My boss said, we're promoting Jessica instead of you. She's more of a team player. Then corporate called asking why their new regional director was quitting. I'd been grinding at Peterson Marketing for 3 years, 60-hour weeks, campaigns that saved struggling accounts. When the regional director position opened up, everyone knew I was the obvious choice. Everyone except my boss, Mr. Hayes. Friday afternoon, he called me into his office with Jessica, my coworker who'd been there 8 months. After careful consideration, Hayes announced, we're promoting Jessica to regional director. Can I ask why? Jessica's more of a team player. You frankly lack the positive energy we need, Daniel. Jessica nodded sympathetically. I'm sure there will be other opportunities. What Hayes didn't know was that I'd been interviewing with Meridian Corp, Peterson Marketing's biggest client, responsible for 40% of our annual revenue. I'd been secretly interviewing for their new creative director position. The final interview was scheduled for Monday. Congratulations, Jessica, I said calmly. I'm sure you'll do great. Hayes looked surprised by my reaction. He'd probably expected me to argue or make a scene. Monday morning, I sat across from Meridian's CEO, Sarah Chen, discussing my vision for their marketing strategy. She'd been impressed with my work on their campaigns and wanted me to lead their entire creative division. When can you start, she asked after offering me the position. 2 weeks, I said. I just need to wrap up some projects. That afternoon, I submitted my resignation letter to Hayes. Professional, brief, effective immediately in 2 weeks. He called me into his office immediately. What's this about? You can't just quit because you didn't get promoted. I'm not quitting because of the promotion, I said. I'm quitting because I got a better job. Better job? Where? Meridian Corp creative director position. Hayes's face went white. Meridian? They're our biggest client. I'm aware. Tuesday morning, Jessica started her new role by immediately scheduling a team meeting to discuss collaborative synergies and optimizing our creative workflow. The buzzword bingo was painful to watch. Wednesday, Sarah Chen called Hayes directly. We need to discuss the Peterson account, she told him. We're not satisfied with the current creative direction. Hayes scrambled to reassure her, probably promising better results and closer attention to their needs. Thursday, the bomb dropped. Sarah called Hayes again. We've decided to bring our marketing in-house. Daniel will be heading up the team. We'll be terminating our contract with Peterson effective next month. I wasn't in the office when this call happened, but according to my friend Mike, Hayes dropped his coffee mug and stained his white shirt. Friday afternoon, Hayes called me frantically. Daniel, we need to talk. There's been a misunderstanding about your resignation. No misunderstanding, I said. I start at Meridian on Monday. About the promotion, maybe we made a hasty decision. Jessica isn't quite ready for the responsibility. What happened to being a team player? Long pause. Look, Meridian represents 40% of our business. If they leave, that sounds like a Jessica problem now. I'm sure her positive energy will figure something out. Hayes' voice cracked. What would it take to get you to stay? I thought about it for exactly 3 seconds. Nothing. I've already accepted the Meridian position. But the company, your coworkers, the relationships you've built, the relationships that matter are coming with me to Meridian. Monday morning, I walked into my new office with a view of the city skyline. My salary had doubled, plus equity options Hayes could never match. That same morning, Hayes had to explain to his boss why their biggest client was walking away and taking their top performer with them. Jessica lasted 6 weeks as regional director before being quietly moved back to her old position. Turns out, positive energy doesn't close deals or manage million-dollar accounts. Peterson Marketing laid off 12 people within 3 months of losing the Meridian contract. Hayes calls me occasionally, usually when they're struggling with a campaign that I would have handled easily. I let it go to voicemail. Last week, Jessica reached out on LinkedIn asking if Meridian had any openings. I didn't respond. Sometimes the best revenge is just being really good at what you do and finding people who actually recognize it. Hayes taught me that loyalty flows upward only when it flows downward first. My new business cards arrived yesterday. Daniel Morrison, Creative Director, Meridian Corp. They look pretty good on my desk next to the window.